I've been promising this for a little bit. Like I always do. This is a parts rig. The bikes of my graveyard. I have more than just that. I have a Roadmaster from like the late 80s, early 90s. Before it was a Walmart bike. I have a couple of Roadmasters there, Walmart bikes. A couple more Walmart bikes, a Hyper and a Huffy. But on top of them is a K2. Z2.2. It's a pretty rare bike. Got a lot of parts on it. Might sell it as is, or tear off some good parts and then sell the rest, I guess. Because somebody's going to be interested in that K2 frame to build their own. Because it's already missing the crank, and I don't have a crank I can put on it. I might, but I don't know. I don't think so. I also got a couple of Huffies there. Red one and a gray one. Right here and here. And a couple of friggin' Uplands. These are a couple of Mongoose bikes. That's a Rebel 2018, and that's stuff always falls over. SRT, I think. Some kind of blue BMX bike from Mongoose. A couple of more BMX bikes right here. I actually got a lot of them. This is a Thruster. It's a black one. It's a beautiful bike. This one is a Kent FS20 Ambush. This one I'm a bit proud of because this thing's sun-baked. I ran the serial number. This thing come from fucking Arizona. That's where it landed in the United States, where it was sold at a Walmart. And it ended up out here in South Carolina. Look at that sunburnt paint job. All the way up to the stickers. You can see where the sunburn ends at the stickers because the stickers protect the paint. The rest of it was not protected. It was white and it got sunburned. This is going to be a badass rat rod BMX bike. No brakes. Complete off-road. Shock forks. Nice tall neck with some good handlebars and a good cruiser seat on it of some sort. Maybe even a set of fenders to make it complete as a badass rat. A rat bike, in a way. That's a parts rig friggin' Kent Troublemaker BMX bike I bought for like $6. Pink bike, it ain't worth shit. I bought that blue Huffy for like, what? No, I traded a bike for that. BMX bike that I built, put some shock forks on, made it nice, you know, made it rideable. And this guy wanted to trade me this for it, and I said sure, because I like the frame. Damn thing had enclosed bearings on the front and they were shot, top and bottom, so had to do away with that. Had to completely take the cups out. Brand new bike, it ain't worth shit. Needs a lot of work. What better place to end up than a graveyard where it can be fixed? I just need to find the right parts to fix it, make it right, make a good bike out of it, and then I can resell it. Right now it's just straight up shit. I need to get cups for the damn front end so I can actually put a front end on it. This thing is a shit box for a bicycle. Hell, the freaking crank needs to be changed because of how the pedals hook up. They're wobbling like this. When you're riding your bike and your pedals start doing this, like the whole pedal on both sides is doing that on the crank. And the crank itself is the one that's moving right there. You need to take that shit apart on both sides and take the crank off and replace it with one that's not gonna do that bullshit. Because that's bullshit. I don't know who designed that shit, but they fucked up. Badass bike, shitty parts, needs to be made badass. It's a little tiny bike that was being thrown away, so I picked it. Same with this old one. Tried to make a custom out of it. Found out the rear is too small. I don't have a wheel to fit it. Eventually I'll find something to fit it. It's smaller than a 20-inch. This white frame is a little mismatched. I call it Little Misfortune because this bike went through the ringer. Some kid freaking rode the shit out of this bike and broke a lot of things. Very few things on it were any good. Back wheel is shot, back tire is shot, tube's shot, crank's shot, pedals are shot, neck and the front end shot, brakes are shot, front and rear. Crank is even bent too. Handlebars are bent, so is the neck. The neck won't even come out the bike. Can't even get the handlebars off because of how they're bent. So yeah, little misfortune. Little mismatch to little misfortune. Some kid rode the shit out of this motherfucker. Seriously. Way too damn much riding for that little bike. But here's some more of the graveyard. A taxi from a Jamis Cruiser taxi from like 06, I think. No, 03. One of the two. I can't remember. I looked it up and it's one of the 2 years, either 03 to 06. Because I made them for those years. They made them 03, 04, 05, 06. And then quit with this exact taxi. They actually raised that part up a little bit higher and added like a center strut in the fucking thing for some reason. They just look like trash, the new ones. This one actually looks right. And it's a really good bike, it just needs a lot of work. Needs a new chain because the chain on it, well, the one that was on it broke. That's why it's parked. So I don't have another chain to fit it. This bike has a chain that fits it. It won't fit that because it's too short, but fits this perfectly, so I'm not taking it off. 24-inch Huffy Cranbrook friggin' female beach cruiser that I rat rodified. It's got a 20-inch front wheel. Oddly enough, though, it ain't got no seat or anything and it's laying on the ground. This thing rides. Tires are aired up. All I gotta do is throw a seat on it from right there. Throw the seat on and friggin' go for a ride. Front forks work too. Steers right. All the bearings work. Crank's good. Friggin' rear end's good. It's a badass little bike. Ooh, and to make the thing fully rideable for daily use, all I gotta do is take this bald tire off and put one of mine on it. I've been getting quite a few by buying parts in bulk, which is smart. Going to the flea market, going through a friend of mine, and going to the storage place right over here, across the road over in that direction. Across Ladson Road. Right there by the damn car wash. Yep. Here's another Huffy Cranbrook. I actually got this at that storage place. This is a 1986 Huffy Cranbrook. Good Vibrations Cranbrook. Pretty nice old bike. Needs a good bit of work to restore it completely. Needs a chain too. I do plan on restoring it and making a badass bike out of it. As soon as I have the parts. Right now I don't have the parts. Eventually I will have the parts. It all takes time, effort, gathering, and purchases of other bikes and other parts. Tires, wheels, shock forks. And for a chain, some BMX bikes will be sacrificed for their chains to make one good chain for that bike. Because it's one of those bikes. It's an older bike, and the BMX chains, if you put them together, you can actually use BMX chains on a cruiser. On an old cruiser. Like 89 and older, you can. It's not hard to do. But anyways, this is my 85 Magna Squadron BMX bike. It don't look old, but then you look at the front end and that's not that old. That's off of a Next, that's newer. I mean a Mongoose, sorry. Mongoose BMX bike. Mountain bike style, friggin' like 8-speed or some dumb shit. And the handlebars are original, so is the neck. The neck is pretty damn tall too. But those handlebars, the factory original handlebars from 85. This, however, is not from it. Neither is that one. These both come off of that little red bike right there. I've wasted about 10 minutes of y'all's life to show y'all my bikes, my tires, my parts, Those are shock forks and stuff that need work, and ones that won't fit most things that I have, but will fit other bikes in the future that I gather. And that's my scrap pile. My tool table. One of my many fucking loads of tools and piles of stuff to strip. Copper and whatnot, things that I find being thrown away that have a lot of copper value and steel value and other value. You know, other metal. The camp is kind of a dump, but I've been collecting a lot of stuff. I even got a furnace now. But yeah, I'm serious, y'all. This getting pretty thick out here. This bike right here, back wheel went out on it, so I bought this wheel with a bunch of bikes in bulk. We'll take the pieces out of this wheel to put into that wheel. They have the same size hub, which is odd as hell, but this is 24, that's 26, so I'm taking the pieces out of this to put in that, to make that rideable again to pull the trailer. I have no brakes whatsoever riding that, so I need to fix it again, of course. It's a Huffy. Something's always going to be needed to be done. And that's a push mower. It'll run, it just needs some work. Needs a spark plug, needs a carburetor to be cleaned, it needs a filter, you know, needs some oil put in it because it's missing a good bit of oil. Hello, caterpillar. Shit, I just got distracted by a caterpillar, y'all. It's crawling on my arm. He's running too. Better put him on the roof. Here you go, buddy. Want to get on the line? There you go, buddy. He ain't got no line attached to me, so that's good. It means he feels safe where he is. Caterpillar, y'all. But yeah, that's my camp. The graveyard. It'll be cleaned up here soon, again. Like always, I always do clean my camp. But the can pile always gets bigger until it's to a point where I crush them up and bag them up. And then make it bigger again and crush them up, bag them up, and keep on until I have enough bags to take to the scrapyard and make some money. Or trade all the bags of cans for some BMX bikes and cruisers that are being scrapped, you know, pull them out, even some mountain bikes, you know, even if the wheels are bent, pull them out, load them all into one spot, you know, offer to trade all the aluminum I brought and all other scrap, you know, for all those bikes. And then get a ride back to camp with all the bikes. Patrick's does that with me. They've done that with me quite a few times in the past. Hopefully this time they'll do it again. Because I know they don't like scrapping bicycles. They don't like it when people bring them, but they still add them to the pile. And know that someday, eventually, I might come by. And pull them out. And I usually do. They usually pull out a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's life. That's the graveyard for you. Y'all have a glorious day and have fun.